Hello all. So we are with another class. In last class we discussed communication, types of communication and mass communication and functions of mass communication and why we need to understand the process of communication. All these aspects we discussed in the last class. As a part of discussing cinema as mass media, we gone through all these aspects. So because cinema as mass media, before understanding this concept, it is very important to understand communication. So as a part of that, we understood that topics in last class. So today we are going to discuss how cinema as a mass media. The motion picture today is the greatest medium of expression the world has ever known. It is capable of giving life and form to all ideas, practical and emotional experience. So, we all know cinema is one of the most influencing item that we can see in our society. So, it is a form of communication. It is the entertainment form of communication which we use to communicate a lot of messages to people in large group of people at a time. So, that is why we make a group, cinema as a mass media. So, film communication, a process of transferring meaning or information through a visual receptors. You know, we are transforming communication or we are giving communication through visual receptors. That is what cinema do. So, cinema is perhaps the mainstream of all art forms and most accessed and most preferred, especially in India. So, it has a larger influence. It has a larger influence on society because it is most accessed, most preferred media in the world, especially in India. All common people are preferring this media as their medium. So, it has a larger potential of influencing people. So, that is why we consider it as a mass media. Film means it, of course, it is a creative expression. It performs the functions of mass media. It has a pervasive power for social influence. So, of course, as we discussed now, it is one of the most preferred media. So, it has most power of social influence because irrespective of people, irrespective of their status, everyone is following this medium as their important medium of communication or to understand the messages. So, why this is so popular? Because they are in a form of entertainment. So, that is why it is very popular. Films plays an important role as a medium of entertainment, information, education, as a catalyst of social change. So, mass media has also performed the same functions. It transforms medium of, as entertainment, information and education. Films also plays an important role as a medium of entertainment, information and education for social change. So, that is why we call it as a mass medium. So, films generate mass mediated culture arising from elite, folk, popular or mass origins. So, it generates the culture, it generates culture, it mediated culture. So, that is what very important. For whom it generates, irrespective of people, it may be elite, folk or popular. For everyone, it creates culture. So, that is why it is most influencing media. So, that is why we call it as a mass medium. So, the social institution of movie going is firmly established in our society. The movies have played an important part as one of the factors contributing to the dramatic change in the society. In each time, we can see a transformation in society because of this medium. So, film provides us entertainment along with education, along with information. So, people convince this message through entertainment. So, that is why it is important important forms of mass medium. So, all aspects of films, it may be stories or it may be creations, all depends heavily from reality. They speak our own story in interesting way. So in that way, it influence larger group of people. So films always, they try to create impressions in the minds of people. See, films, for example, like Sarkari Hiriya Prathamik Shale, Uri. So all these films, they placed a very important role in the minds of people in society. So in that way, we can think how film creates an impression in the minds of people. So, and another word, we can say films generate popular culture and create cultural waves. It may be a fashion, it may be a mannerisms. So everywhere we can see trend has changing in every alternative years. It is because of these films, their culture, their mediated culture. So it creates a popular culture in society. So that is why it is a mass medium, because we studied what are the functions of mass media, or what are the influencing factors of mass media. It changes the culture, it generates the popular culture. So all these functions are performing these films. So that is why we call them as a mass medium. So films are, as we all know, films combine visuals, movements, sounds, theatrical experience, musics in one form. So that is why they are able to communicate effectively and create impact which cannot be created by any other media. So due to reality elements in films, it creates a psychological impact on people. So their language is universal and it helps breaking social, cultural barriers. So in all these ways, it stimulates values for good life, citizenship, as well also participatory virtues of developmental activities. So that is why even lower economic status of people do not mind spending for films, as it is popular form of entertainment. So since it is a powerful audio visual medium, socio-cultural, political, communal problems can be projected well before the masses. So in all these ways, it creating impact on the masses. Hence, so we consider this as a mass medium because of all these performing roles. So our cinema has 100 years of history. We've seen how cinema influenced over the years. So thank you.